In the heart of Tokyo's Ariake Arena, the air crackled with anticipation on December 13, 2022, as Naoya Inoue, Japan's boxing prodigy, faced off against Paul Butler, England's resilient challenger, in a clash for the undisputed bantamweight championship. The crowd buzzed, a sea of flashing cameras and waving flags, as the ring announcer's voice boomed. Introducing the fighters, Inoue, known as the Monster, stood calm, his eyes locked forward, exuding an aura of quiet menace. His record, an impeccable 23-0 with 20 knockouts, spoke volumes of his devastating power. Across the ring, Butler, the baby-faced assassin, carried a gritty determination. His 30-2 record a testament to his experience and heart. This wasn't just a fight, it was a battle for supremacy, with all four major bantamweight titles, the WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO on the line. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the world watched as two warriors prepared to etch their names into boxing history. As the opening bell rang, the arena erupted, and the fighters wasted no time. Inoue, with his compact frame and lightning-fast reflexes, began stalking Butler, his feet gliding across the canvas with predatory precision. Butler, aware of Inoue's reputation, adopted a cautious approach, his guard high, his movement sharp. He darted in and out, throwing quick jabs to keep the Japanese star at bay. Inoue, unfazed, absorbed the early rhythm, his eyes studying Butler's every move. A crisp jab from Inoue snapped Butler's head back, a warning shot that set the tone. The crowd roared, sensing the storm brewing. Butler countered with a slick combination, a right hand grazing Inoue's cheek, but the Monster's composure remained unshaken. The first round was a chess match, both men testing the waters, probing for weaknesses, each aware that a single mistake could end the night. The second round saw Inoue shift gears. His footwork, a blend of grace and aggression, began to close the distance. Butler, relying on his defensive prowess, slipped punches and circled away. But Inoue's pressure was suffocating. A sharp left hook to Butler's body landed with a thud, drawing a grimace from the Englishman. The sound of leather on flesh echoed through the arena, a reminder of Inoue's terrifying power. Butler, to his credit, fired back, landing a quick one that caught Inoue off guard. But the Monster's resilience shone through. He absorbed the shots and pressed forward, his eyes never leaving his target. The crowd, a mix of Japanese and British fans, roared with every exchange. The atmosphere, electric. Inoue's combinations were starting to flow, each punch thrown with surgical accuracy. While Butler's counters grew less frequent, his movement more labored. By the third round, Inoue's dominance began to emerge. His body shots were relentless, targeting Butler's midsection with vicious intent. A right hand to the ribs made Butler wince, his guard momentarily dropping. Inoue capitalized, unleashing a flurry of punches that forced Butler to the ropes. The Englishman's defense, once airtight, showed cracks under the onslaught. He managed to slip away, resetting in the center of the ring, but the toll was evident. Inoue's speed was overwhelming, his punches a blur of motion. A left hook grazed Butler's jaw, and though he stayed upright, the impact sent a ripple through the crowd. Commentators at ringside marveled at Inoue's precision, one calling him a human highlight reel. Butler, ever the warrior, refused to back down, landing a solid uppercut that briefly halted Inoue's advance. But the Monster's momentum was building, and the arena could feel it. The fourth and fifth rounds followed a similar pattern. Inoue's pressure was unrelenting, his combinations a mix of speed, power, and artistry. Butler, fighting with the heart of a lion, tried to match Inoue's output, but the gap in skill was stark. A double jab followed by a straight right from Inoue snapped Butler's head back in the fifth, the sound reverberating like a gunshot. The crowd gasped, sensing the end was near. Butler's legs wobbled, but he clung to his resolve. Retreating and clinching to buy time, Inoue, patient yet merciless, stalked his prey. Cutting off the ring with every step, the Japanese fans chanted his name, their voices a thunderous wave, while Butler's corner urged him to keep moving. To survive the Monster's onslaught, the fight was slipping away. But Butler's pride kept him in the fray. As the sixth round began, Inoue's confidence was palpable. He moved like a predator toying with its prey, his punches now landing with alarming frequency. A left hook to Butler's body drew a sharp exhale, the kind that signals a fighter's spirit being tested. Butler, his face marked with the strain of battle, tried to fire back, landing a glancing right hand, but Inoue's counters were vicious. A right cross catching Butler flush on the chin. The Englishman staggered, his knees buckling, but he stayed upright, defying the odds. The crowd erupted, torn between awe at Inoue's dominance and admiration for Butler's grit. The referee watched closely, his eyes scanning Butler for signs of surrender. But the challenger pressed on, his heart carrying him where his body struggled to follow. The 7th and 8th rounds were a masterclass in boxing from Inoue. His footwork cut angles that left Butler trapped, his punches a symphony of destruction. A combination in the 8th jab, right hand, left hook sent Butler reeling, his back hitting the ropes. The crowd were his supporters. But Inoue's response was brutal, a left hook to the body that seemed to steal Butler's breath. The monster's punches were no longer just scoring points. They were dismantling Butler piece by piece. The crowd sensed the inevitable, their cheers a mix of excitement and respect for both fighters. Butler's heart was undeniable, but Inoue's skill was otherworldly. A right hand in the closing seconds of the round rocked Butler, his legs betraying him as he clung to the ropes. The bell rang, and the arena buzzed with the realization that the end was near. The 11th round was the climax. Inoue, now in complete control, cornered Butler with a series of jabs. The Englishman, his face a mask of exhaustion, tried to cover up, but Inoue's precision was surgical. A left hook to the body followed by a right hand to the head dropped Butler to the canvas, the impact echoing through the silent moment before the crowd erupted. The referee stepped in, waving his arms as Butler struggled to rise. It was over. Naoya Inoue stood triumphant, the undisputed bantamweight champion of the world. The arena exploded in celebration, Japanese flags waving as Inoue raised his arms, his team rushing to embrace him. Butler, helped to his feet, showed the heart of a true fighter, nodding in respect to his conqueror. The aftermath was a celebration of Inoue's brilliance. Commentators hailed him as a generational talent, his knockout of Butler a highlight reel finish that would be replayed for years. The monster had claimed all four belts, cementing his legacy as one of boxing's all-time greats. Butler, though defeated, earned praise for his courage, his willingness to face an unstoppable force. The crowd chanted Inoue's name as he held the belts aloft, the lights glinting off the gold. The broadcast cut to slow-motion replays of the knockout, each punch a testament to Inoue's artistry. Analysts broke down the fight, noting his flawless technique, his ability to break down even the toughest opponents. For fans, the fight was more than a title bout. It was a showcase of what makes boxing special, the clash of skill, heart, and willpower. Inoue's victory sent ripples through the sport, with talk of his next challenge already brewing. Would he move up in weight? Could anyone stop the monster? Butler, though vanquished, left the ring with his head high, his performance a reminder of the courage it takes to step into the ring. With a fighter like Inoue, the highlight reel would live on, a testament to a night where one man's brilliance shone brighter than ever. Etching December 13, 2020.